Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce your newest LF to Dragon Ball Legends, LF Cooler! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we have our newest LF in the game, LF Cooler, and he is one bad mamma jamma, let me tell you that. So today's video, I'm going to be discussing, should you summon for LF Cooler? If you haven't already and you've been thinking about it, should you do it? Should you pull the trigger? Should you make the move? So we have Cooler's banner here. It's a step-up banner. You, of course, have just the normal step-up format they have now. 300 first step, 500 second step, 700 third step, 1000 fourth step, 1000 fifth step, and then the free step at the very end, which then, when you do it, takes you back to step 2. Normal stuff, 1200 Z power, you know, double Z power, sparking rates at 20%, all the good stuff they have when they release a new LF banner. The other LFs on here would be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which is interesting. I'll maybe make a video about that. And then Frieza, full power Frieza. And then, of course, you can see the Golden Angel Frieza there chilling. He's not an LF, but he's pretty darn good. So let's look at Cooler, because that's a pretty important part in deciding should you summon. And I mean, I'm just going to give you a little spoiler alert right now. Yeah, if you run any of the teams that this guy is actually used on, so if you run him on, let's give him full stats here, the works, the juice. If you run him on if you run Sagas from Movies, Lineage Evil, or Powerful Opponent, I'd say definitely pull the trigger, go for this man. If you don't run one of those teams, I would probably keep saving your CC, especially if you're free to play. If you're Will, I mean, you're probably summoning already, but you know, if you're a Dolphin, I guess, maybe you summon on every other banner or something. Cooler wouldn't be a bad thing to summon on, even if you don't run one of his teams, but you're willing to spend a little cash money on the game, then you could summon for him and just throw him in leader slot in one of your other teams or something like that. But let's explain why Cooler's pretty good. So those are his stats. Not bad, not bad. I mean, they're nothing, you know, like, oh my god, it's some insane number, but, you know, we got some stuff, but that's not like what we talk about with Cooler. Obviously, he's a strike-based character. He holds 2 strike cards. One of them increases strike damage up for 2 timer counts when used. Strike, normal stuff, just impact with blast. He has the blast armor, so he flies through the armor. I guess that's the special thing. His blast attack inflicts all enemies that attribute downgrade, plus 10 to strike damage received for 15 timer counts. Again, this guy's whole thing is using strike cards. His blue Death Flash deals massive impact damage, plus 25 to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation. You'll shorten your allies' sub count by 3 on hits, and you got blast armor when charging forward. The green, you can't even detect my movements. Draw a strike arts card next to restore on key by 40, plus 20% damage inflicted, and then plus 20% to next special move damage inflicted. That cannot be stacked. And then the ultimate, Death Glider. Deals massive impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation, plus 40% ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. You'll apply attribute upgrades minus 50 to enemy sustained damage cut effects, which again, if you don't know, most characters have like decrease to sustained damage, like they make it so it takes less damage, so that the sustained damage cut effects, like you know, minus 50 to that makes it so you do more damage to them, just to explain if you didn't know. And then additional plus 30 to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. If the enemy's health remaining is 50% or below, you'll nullify blast arts, which is different than blast armor. Nullifying it is just like Ultra Kaioken, where you just like, it doesn't hurt you. Blast armor, it still hurts you when you fly through it. Nullifying it, it doesn't hurt you. You don't take damage from it. You just, it's like it never happened. Didn't exist. You just appear through it. So it is an important difference, because maybe you're low on health and you press your ultimate last ditch effort here and they fire a blast. If it was just blast armor, it could kill you, but this ignores it, so nullifies it, I guess is the official terminology here. But yes, so, and you do more damage when they're below 50%, so you go for the kill. This man's going for the kill shot. The important things, though, are here in his kit. So his main ability, I am the Great Destroyer, the Taker of Life. You'll randomly destroy one of your own cards, draw the ultimate. That's not too exciting. Restoring health by 25, key by 40. Increase your own art card draw speed by 1 for 20 timer counts. Nullify enemies, restore health when it reaches 0 effect. That's pretty big. Applies the buff effect to nullify enemy special actions. Activate when changing cover for 20 timer counts. Big. Nullifying cover change for 20 counts. Even if it's just on main one time, that's still pretty large. But this is the big one, especially with the top units running around in the game right now. Overwhelmingly superior strength. This is unique, and plus 20% damage inflicted against tag Super Saiyan. Can it be canceled? This is big because obviously Ultra Gogeta and Ultra Super Vegito are Super Saiyans. So this is big time, helps out there. He has his falling effects that start when the battle begins. You know, increase, you know, the damage inflicted. Basically all the stuff that every unit is getting now, big time. Plus 15% strike damage inflicted by allies other than this character, which can't be canceled. That's pretty nice because you're probably going to run him on a strike-based team. You should be, at the very least. Applies the falling effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. So every time you swap him in, he'll gain 30 ki, change his blast arts into strike arts, just like my good old pal Green Kefla. He will increase arc card draw speed by 1 level for 15 timer counts, get plus 50 to the next strike damage arts inflicted, cannot be stacked, and reduce next damage sustained by 15%. Applies until enemy combo is finished. So if you swap him in, he does have a cover change, but if you swap him in against like a blast, which is cover changes against strikes, you'll swap him in, then he'll take less damage sustained until the enemy combo is finished. So it's a little helpful if you mess up timing the cover change or against the move. This is the other big one though. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 10 timer counts if there is a Super Saiyan enemy battle member. That's super big when you're fighting Ultra Gogeta, as Cooler is a red and Ultra Super Gogeta is a blue. So they really had that in mind when they were making Cooler. They wanted Cooler to kind of counter the whole Super Saiyan meta. Also important, I guess, if you face Super Saiyan teams in the future, maybe they don't have Ultra Gogeta or something, but they're still running Bardock. I mean, Bardock's not really a scary unit at this stage of the game, besides the buffs he gives others. Like, personally, he's not, you know, oh my god, this guy's a scary one. But, yeah, that's pretty big time. And then every time the enemy switches characters as well as characters on the battlefield to draw a strike card and restore 20 ki. So you can use that strike card. That's pretty helpful. That's, like, the big thing about him, to be honest. What I just mentioned, the things against Super Saiyan. Applies the falling effects itself once 50 timer counts pass. You'll get more damage received, damage cut minus the card cost. Applies the falling effects to Elf every time this character uses a strike arts. You'll restore health by 4%, which is nice. You get a long combo going with strike arts. You can restore some nice health to yourself. Restore ki by 5, plus 10% damage inflicted, and the falling occurs when you land a strike arts. You'll destroy all of your enemies' special arts cards, reduce their ki by 40, and inflict all enemies with 2 substitution counts. This activates 1 time. Obviously, you could just run it up real high if they didn't have like a limit to it. And the activation count resets when characters switch. So you can do it 1 time per character, give them +2. Like when they switch, you'll get that +2 again. So that is Cooler, and what I'm seeing said about this man, this beautiful, beautiful, muscular man, is he's top 3, and he may not be number 3. Yep, that is what I believe ZVG tweeted over on his Twitter. Cooler is a bad, bad man. He is dominating out there. I've seen varying opinions from people on whether he's the best unit in the game now, or he's 2, or he's 3. You know, whatever you have him in your rankings, your own personal rankings, I'd say he's definitely worth the summon if you run one of his squads. He's pretty big time. If we want to take a quick peek at who else is on the banner for you, you can see we have the new Extreme Towser, and then the other Sparkings on the banner. I'm not going to say, you know, anything, you know, to write home about. There's nothing too, like, insane going on here. Nothing like, oh my god, this is some insane, like, value for the banner. Like, they've packed it with solid units or anything like that. No, it's definitely not that. It's basically got, you know, all the old units that they throw on every single banner just to kind of clutter it up. And so when you pull a Sparking, you get sad because you end up pulling the green Cooler. Like, no one wants that. No one has ever wanted that. Okay, maybe at the beginning of the game, but now, nah, that's a no-go for me. I mean, in terms of like newer units, there's the blue Beerus on there. None of you are really exciting. Still, yeah, I think it's just, yeah. Honestly, the only like interesting units on the banner would be the headliners, the ones they show in the picture at you know, like this. Full Power Frieza and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Green Angel Golden Frieza alongside Cooler. So really you're summoning for Cooler. Maybe if you run LOE, you can snag some more copies of these two bad boys, if that's something you're into. But really you're summoning for Cooler because Cooler is an exceptional unit. So he does have double Z power, so if you pull him, it's like pulling 2 copies on a normal, non-double Z power banner. Obviously, that's how math works. And then for what team he should be running, I've seen his best team would be movies. That's what everyone seems to be saying about him. It would be movies. I've seen a lot of people say you run Red Cooler alongside Ultra Super Gogeta, because even though Cooler, kind of does some bad things to Super Saiyans, Gogeta is still Super Gogeta. He is still a bad man. And you still want to run him if you have him. And then the other unit, I've seen varying opinions. People, if you have a high star Revhan, that's super nice. Of course, him being a revival unit can help out big time. If they rush you, you throw Gohan out there, he eats it. He revives himself. It's what he's been doing ever since he was created. That's what the boy was born to do. I've seen people say, they run Tapion with them, Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist Goku. But yeah, most compositions have Cooler with Super Gogeta and then one of the other better movies units. But a lot of people I've seen say run Revhan as like their third, so keep that in mind. If you don't have some of these units, or you don't have like a good movies team, or if you're an LOE, you can summon for Cooler, run him on LOE. It's just I've seen people say movies is his best team, so just to keep that in mind. Since obviously Gogeta is a strike-based unit, helps out a lot when he gives that boost to strike attack, which this man is already, as I said, a bad man. So, yep, that is going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen, though. I just wanted to give you my opinion, which I've also, taken into account other people's opinion on if you should summon. If you run one of the teams, run it up, go for the summon. If you're free to play who does not run one of the teams for Cooler, as I say in every one of these videos, don't summon. As a free to play, you got to be careful where you put your CC. You got to summon only in the banners that are for teams you main, and you want to have like 1-2 teams that you main. So yeah, if he's not one of your squads, don't go for it. The rest of the banner isn't like some great value. I'd keep saving your CC for Legends Festival at the very end of November, beginning of December. And yeah, that's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all have a fantastic day. If you're summoning for Cooler, I am wishing you the best of luck. I hope you pull him many times. And yeah, I hope you all are staying happy and healthy, having the best of days, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow.